Most people spend their lives trying to become likable. They try to fit in. They try to avoid conflict. They try to be easy to work with. But the truth is, being likable is not what protects your position in life. Being valuable does. In today's world, if you are easy to replace, you eventually will be replaced. In the workplace, in business, even in relationships. Because the modern world rewards one thing above all else: irreplaceable value. The brutal reality is this: most people are interchangeable. They have the same skills, the same mindset, the same work ethic, the same predictable habits. And when you become just another interchangeable piece, the world treats you exactly like one. A replaceable part. Someone else can do your job. Someone else can take your position. Someone else can fill your role. And the moment someone cheaper, faster, or more convenient appears, you're gone. This is not cruelty. This is how systems work. Companies replace employees. Markets replace businesses. Even social circles replace people who stop growing. If you want security in a world that constantly changes, you must learn one principle. Become difficult to replace. Not loud, not flashy, not dramatic, just undeniably valuable. The type of person whose absence creates a noticeable gap. Because when you become difficult to replace, the rules change. Opportunities come to you. People respect you more. Your leverage increases. And suddenly, life becomes much more favorable. But becoming difficult to replace requires something most people avoid: responsibility. Because the truth is, most people don't want to become exceptional. They want comfort. They want the paycheck without the pressure, the results without the sacrifice, the respect without the discipline. But value is always built the same way. Through consistent competence. Let me explain. Think about the people in your life who are truly hard to replace. Maybe it's a colleague who solves problems nobody else can solve. Maybe it's a friend who always delivers when things get difficult. Maybe it's a leader who brings calm during chaos. These people share one common trait. They carry weight. When things break, they fix them. When things stall, they move them forward. When things get complicated, they simplify them. They don't just occupy space, they improve the system around them. And that's exactly what makes them hard to replace. So how do you become that person? It starts with the first principle: ownership. Average people wait to be told what to do. They wait for instructions. They wait for permission. They wait for motivation. But valuable people take ownership. If something is broken, they fix it. If something is inefficient, they improve it. If something is unclear, they figure it out. They don't say, "That's not my job." They say, "How do we solve this?" And when someone consistently takes ownership, people begin to trust them. Trust leads to responsibility. Responsibility leads to influence. And influence makes you difficult to replace. But ownership alone is not enough. You must also develop rare skills. Here's a harsh truth most people ignore. If your skill set is common, your position is temporary. If millions of people can do what you do, the world will treat you accordingly. This is why the highest paid and most respected people are usually specialists. They develop abilities that are difficult to replicate, not overnight, but over years of focused effort. Think about it. A great surgeon is difficult to replace. A brilliant engineer is difficult to replace. A master storyteller is difficult to replace, because their abilities create results that very few others can produce. And when your results become rare, your value multiplies. But this requires patience. Because mastery does not appear in weeks, it grows slowly, through thousands of hours of repetition, practice, failure, adjustment, improvement. Most people quit long before they reach this stage. They try something for a few months, they get bored, they move to something else. And by constantly switching directions, they remain average at everything. Average people are easy to replace. Mastery is what creates leverage, and leverage is what creates freedom. Now here's another overlooked principle: reliability. You can be talented, you can be smart, you can even be skilled. But if people cannot rely on you, none of that matters. In the real world, reliability beats raw talent. The person who consistently delivers on time will often outperform the genius who disappears under pressure. Reliability creates trust, and trust is the foundation of long-term value. When people know they can depend on you, they start giving you bigger responsibilities, more important decisions, greater opportunities, and over time, you become someone the system depends on. The moment people start depending on you, your value increases dramatically. But there is one more principle that separates the irreplaceable from the average: adaptability. The world changes faster than ever. Industries evolve. Technology advances. Entire careers disappear within a decade. The people who survive these changes are not always the smartest. They are the ones who adapt the fastest. They keep learning. They stay curious. They upgrade their skills before the world forces them to. Most people resist change. They cling to what they already know. And slowly, their value becomes outdated. But the adaptable person is always improving, always evolving, always preparing for the next opportunity. This mindset keeps them ahead of the curve. And when the world shifts, they shift with it, which makes them extremely hard to replace. So if you want to become difficult to replace, remember these 3 principles. Take ownership. Develop rare skills. Become relentlessly reliable. And never stop adapting. Because the goal is not to chase security. The goal is to become so valuable that security follows you automatically. When you reach that point, something interesting happens. You stop chasing opportunities. Opportunities start chasing you. People want you on their team. Companies want your skills. Partners respect your standards. Not because you demanded respect, but because your value commands it naturally. So the real question is this: when people think about the roles you play in their lives, at work, in business, in your community, would your absence be deeply felt, or would someone else easily fill your place tomorrow? It's a difficult question, but an important one, because the modern world does not reward presence, it rewards impact. So start today. Improve one skill. Solve one problem. Take responsibility for one challenge others avoid. Do this consistently. And over time, you will transform from someone replaceable into someone indispensable. And once you reach that point, the game changes completely. Now, if you found value in this video, share it with someone who has potential but hasn't realized it yet. And if you're serious about leveling up your mindset, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button, because the people who become difficult to replace are the same people who never stop improving. I'll see you in the next video.